following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Victory Monday, 3-1, undefeated at home. You're looking live at the Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star of Frisco. A little activity going on out there. It's 80 degrees. It feels like 80 degrees, a high of 85. Tonight, fellas, 57 degrees.
Spooky season is here.
Spooky season is here, but not your Dallas Cowboys. Ain't nothing spooky about this team except maybe the defense.
Trick or treat, baby. Trick or treat.
Man, so many things to talk about. I don't even know where to start. First off, how are you guys? Kurt?
Good.
Jesse?
Lit.
Oh.
I'm lit.
Uh-oh.
In a good way.
Okay.
Nate?
Maybe
make that clear.
We played a smart team. They only had 32 penalty yards. We only had 50, man. I mean, we played smart. We played hard. We played, all we got to do is we had a little lull there in the third quarter, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But they didn't want to just take that sludge and put it, I ain't going to even say that. That sounds ugly. But anyway, Cowboys, I'm excited. As long as Shannon dressing sharp and Kurt brought me my statistics and Jesse came in complaining about something. I don't know what it was.
So before we get into the show, I got to shout out Ken, little Kinchy.
Little who?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
oh,
on Twitter.
Hey,
he
can
says,
we have a clean show
this is a clean show.
Okay.
That's a Twitter handle. He says, I deserve a shout out on the podcast for calling your name out before CDs before the game today by the tunnel. Just saying. So I'm filming stuff. The specialists are the first guys to go out. The kickers, the punters, the deep snapper, and then pre-game warm-up, the second group is the kick returners.
The returners, yeah.
Yeah. CD's in that group, Pollard, Clement, all those guys. They do their little huddle right there, and they're huddled up, and right above them are the fans, and everybody's CD, TP, Tony, and I hear this one guy, Shannon, and I'm like, it's got to be my family member, somebody. And I look up, he's like, love the show, man, I love it. And I'm like, everybody's losing their mind over these players, and I'm like, okay, that dude's hardcore. He's harder than me and stuff. So shout out to you, Ken.
Yes,
appreciate
Ken,
you,
we
man.
appreciate you, brother.
What do they call themselves? Squeegee.
What?
Kinchy.
Little Kinchy.
Kinchy.
Okay, Little Kinchy.
Ken.
All right.
All right. Kurt, where do you want to start?
No.
So many. All right.
Nate's boy, let's talk about it.
I thought I was going somewhere else. I was going somewhere else.
All right.
Who's my boy? Oh, my boy. You talking about Randy Gregory?
No.
Y'all got to be talking about Tony Pollard. Explosive. I know explosive Tony Pollard. That's all we've been talking about.
Try again. One more time.
Yeah, you talking about Zach Martin, the best player.
No.
Yeah, the mechanic.
No. Who are we talking about, Kurt?
Zeke. Our man Zeke.
He lost his step, Nate.
Yeah,
He's not tough.
Yeah, he's like fine wine. You put him up, baby, and over time he just gets better and better.
What is happening with him? It's like a resurgence, or did he just not ever go anywhere? They just
Mechanic.
Thank you, bro.
Talk to us, Nate. Preach to us today.
This is what we talked about a couple of weeks ago. Is they've told him, and he said it in his post-game interview, we do not have to put this on one man's shoulders. We got enough guys here that when it's your day, when it's your time, we're going to call on you. But we saw in training camp, in which we told you guys during training camp, Zeke is a different guy. He's not – last year, he run them extra 25 yards. He'll come back. This year, he ran them extra 25 yards. He'd come back talking, laughing. He was that Zeke we saw 3 years ago. This guy's got his shake back. He went to a personal guy this year. And we just seeing it. We seeing it. He's maintaining it. He's still the same guy. Last year, I think, every 2 or 3 weeks, like, man, Zeke like he gained another 3 pounds. You can see it on his butt. You know what I'm saying? But now he's that same guy. And I'm going to tell you something. And it didn't take much to be that same Zeke because Tyler Biadasz Connor Williams played nice. They played nice yesterday. I'm not saying that I overjudged the two inside guys. I'm not saying that I gave them more than what they needed because they up to that point they had played well. But these two guys inside stayed on blocks, maintained what they had to do. It was just a good game. And so both backs, once again, had a hell of a day. And I still got Zeke at 15, 16, 1,700, but it just probably take 2 years to get it.
He made a little ground this week. I don't know if it looked that way on TV, but in person he had what I haven't seen in a while. He had that pop. When he'd hit somebody, pow, he'd hit the hole. He had like a little extra juice. Did it look that way on TV?
Let me tell you something. I just been looking over the film over and over. Good way to go. Be honest, just moved it. Yeah. Anyway, over and over, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at it now, over and over. When at one point in the game, Carolina started laying the level on us.
Yeah,
it's like 3 straight plays. They punished us. But the one guy, no matter what time in the game they hit, was 21, couldn't knock him back. Could not see this is who this guy is. He's your sledgehammer with some speed, with some shake, and with some toughness. This the one guy I'm looking at it over and over. Like, okay, we had a third and short, and we gave it to number 20. He hit a wall. They came through there and bop, game over. Mm-hmm. Change of possession, 4th and 2. Then that's when the mechanic took over. We talking about our quarterback. That's when he took over and went 21 yards. But at no point where you saw Zeke get knocked back. That is the difference. For all you that don't know football, that is fantasy league players, that is the difference. But anyway, I'm just looking at the film. Y'all go ahead on. I'm sorry. I ain't going to even talk. I'm through talking.
Yeah, I thought it was impressive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's nice knowing you.
112 yards after contact. I mean, I don't think we saw that from Zeke last year. I mean, a lot of that came on that one big run, but
no, when you got 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen out, I don't think you're gonna see that.
No, I mean that's the real difference. Probably is
there. You go.
You got Zach in there. You got Tyron in there. Connor's playing well, like you said. Biotis held his own. Even Steele. I mean, he had a couple slip ups in there, but overall, he had a good day. I thought.
I think the biggest thing that you're seeing. I've said this before, I'm a huge fan of pedigree. Always have been, always will be. And Zeke has that, right? And you just don't lose certain skills. The good ones find ways to enhance those skills. And a lot of that just comes with maturity. I think we're seeing the most mature Zeke we've ever seen. In fact, it's a fact. He is the mature. With the maturity comes a level of something simple as, and you heard him say it, I don't drink as much. I'm eating right. I'm getting rest. I'm not in Vegas. I'm not partying. I'm not doing all other stuff. Because to the normal human being, I'm just going to use Shannon for an example.
Uh-oh.
Shannon can go out and get hammered and come and do his job the next day. That has a longing toll effect on you when you're playing a high performance sport.
Hell, the show's better when I come in hammered.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And so for a large majority of Zeke's career, you saw early on that was just sheer, I'm young, I'm fresh, and I can just go. But then once the miles get on you and you're still trying to do what you did when you was 20, 22 years old, you can't. The weight don't come off as fast. The recovery isn't as quick.
Preach.
And that thing begins to weigh on you. The stress, all that.
The honey buns.
The cinnamon rolls.
Decided to show up on
all those things. The off the field issues. And you just see him.
I had a bunch of those.
He looks different. And now what he's done is he's saying, you know what? Maybe he don't have the long speed that he once had, because if he did, that 47-yarder would have been a 60-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
But he said, I'm going to take what I have. I'm going to put some work in. I'm going to lose some of this weight. I'm going to get focused. I'm going to get me a steady girlfriend. I ain't going to be out in these streets. And you see his vision. On that 47-yard run, go back and watch that play. He beat the defender behind the line of scrimmage.
Yes, you did.
The safety? Go back and watch the safety. Because only thing that was left was him and the safety. And if you go back and watch his patience what Tony Pollard doesn't have. His vision, what Tony Pollard doesn't quite got just yet. He was able to set that dude up 10 yards away.
Wow.
And that's what sprung it, because it was him and the safety that was left. Amari got a block, tight ends got a block, Steele got a block, Zach got a block, and it was a safety and it was Zeke. And the way he positioned himself behind it, cut back, and then cut back in the hole, the safety ended up on the outside. He went through the hole 47 yards later. I just think we're seeing, and he's coming to that groove just like Dak is coming to that groove. Just that mature, I've been around, I understand, and now you're starting to see that maturity of a running back, of a quarterback. And the thing about Zeke is his runs hurt. You don't want to tackle him all game long. Like Tony Pollard, you can knock him back, you can knock him around. Every time you hit Zeke, whether you get the best of him or not, it hurts. It's heavy.
Especially if you get hit by a big old head.
It's pounding. And after a while, you start making business decisions. You start trying to take on, diving at his legs, and all that, and that just wears you down over a fourth quarter game. And he had a game of the ages yesterday, and it was needed.
And even the little things, like he's one of the first guys in the locker room now.
Really?
Yeah, like Jesse talked about, the off-field stuff, like being a leader, like showing the young guys. I mean, you're starting to hear that talk about him, about how he's, becoming that leader and not, partying as much as, and all that stuff. And, just
he's in the quarterback meeting room. He's like, I want to see what they see.
Yeah.
I want to know what they know. You know what I'm saying? Like that just shows you he's trying to take this thing to another level. Yeah. You know what I mean?
What are you watching, Nate? You watching Squid Games over there?
He's watching Trayvon Diggs get busy.
We're going to save that for the whole second segment. We're going to save that defense.
I tell you what, man.
Because that defense deserves their own. They might deserve their own
5
show.
sacks, 2 interceptions.
But, this was a interesting game. It was kind of wacky in the beginning a little bit. And Carolina came out and was exactly what we said they were going to be.
I tell you what,
in that game.
when they came out, I was like, oh, man, we in trouble.
They came
were
out
fast.
They came out. They had some injuries to their studs. Shaq Thompson got banged up. Brian Burns got banged up. Hassan Reddick got banged up. So their horses got some injuries. But they came out, and they were exactly what we said they were going to be. They were fast. You said it. They were physical. They were thumpers. They're smart. And it was a back and forth match throughout the game. I personally think the game got broken open, and this sometimes your coaches can cost you to lose a game. And to me, this game took its turn for the worse for the Carolina Panthers, because it was going back and forth. When Matt Rule decided to go for that 54-yard field goal.
Really?
That was it.
That was the
like
turning point?
after that play, we go down. He misses it. You give him the short field. We go down and score. I said to my coach, I said, "Game's over."
That was it. Yes, sir.
He said, "What do you
sir.
mean?" I said, "Bro, this is over."
Yes, sir.
I said that was
you gave them the extra possession.
That was the turning point.
Yes.
When you let up.
That was a turnover, man.
Instead of punting that ball, as good as your defense was playing.
Yes, sir.
And make them have to be tight and drive the ball the length of the field. You gave them a short field.
Just a great call.
And that broke the game open. You saw the spirits were broken then. I'm telling you, and it may not seem like much.
What is a missed field goal?
A turnover.
A turnover.
That's a turnover.
You gave them a short field.
You gave them a short field. They went down, bang, 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 scored a touchdown, and it was a wrap.
They're at
Great
the
call.
Dallas 36. You're saying they should have just went and punted there, or
Punted.
gone for it? Yeah.
Punted it. Back them up. Because you had something going. You had this thing where you were making the Cowboys now have to think about everything that they were doing. Mm-hmm. You gave them a short field, and you gave them an opportunity to really get into a rhythm, and that was the ball game.
Check this out. And their defense was making your special players think. 20 was thinking. 86 was thinking. The receivers like, these dudes are hammered. Believe me, they was thinking about those hits. You had them, man. They didn't. I don't care what you say. Number 86 for the Dallas Cowboys went to bed last night, lighting up candles. Man, thank you, God. I'm telling you now. I don't care how it's one player, number 86, Schultz, is saying in his mind, I'll never have that bad a game again. I would never, even though he scored, even though he had caught passes, I promise you, he went to bed last night saying, I'm
because
glad we won that game.
you were like the Cowboys all first half were flirting with disaster.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, that one drive.
I mean, you missed. I mean, Schultz put the ball on the ground 3 times.
Yeah.
They missed a fumble. Dak in the center, he snapped it low. Great play by Dak for just like literally reaching down there and just picking it up. But it was so many different things. You were just flirting with disaster, and I think Matt Rule not punting it. That to me,
that was a backbreaker, man.
That was the game.
That was a backbreaker.
That was over. I knew it. I said it right there. I said when the Cowboys got the ball back midfield, went down and scored, I said it's over.
That's something that makes this team different this year. Is they were flirting with all those disasters, but they overcame it all. They took advantage of the turnover.
Last year the disasters killed us, and the year before you were flirting with disaster. 2 years ago, it was making love with disaster.
Yeah,
it was knocking boots with disaster all the time. We don't keep it clean. But
why?
But this year it's like, all right, we flirt, but then we know how to overcome and then take advantage of it.
And think. Almost a second, he flipped it over to Zeke. That would have been disastrous.
Disastrous, flirting with disaster.
He flipped it over to Zeke. Zeke turned it into the first down. And then when they did that, because I'm thinking the same thing, but you put it in the vision now, the field goal. Because I was telling my boys with the other show, I'm like, that didn't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
They're kicking right here. This don't feel good. You put it you locked it in. This is now. You go in at halftime, and your defensive coach like, fellas, they laying the wood to us. I'm telling you, somebody said, man, we got to bring the heat. So when KZ came up and brought that heat and got that penalty, I was like, about time.
Yep.
That's
a statement.
It took us too long to match their intensity. It took us too long.
You think so? Because to me, I thought that first possession, I was like, oh, boy, here we go. These are guys are legit. That second possession, I mean, they just ran it down their throats. I mean, it was 9 plays, I think 6 runs plus Dak's long scramble off that fumbled thing. I thought at that point, our offensive line can take these guys.
If any one of those fumbles would have turned in Carolina's favor, we'd have been looking at a different game.
Yeah.
Because momentum is great. Our guys ain't that far removed from disaster. Like you say, we had 3 or 4 plays, but we like, okay, we got through this one. Well, last year we wouldn't have got through it. This year's a different team, so I'm moving on. Those disasters we worked through. But Carolina is still a young team. They still trying to get to where they trying to go. Those plays, when they didn't go their way, as a player, you're like, man, what do we have to? We done knocked them out. Right. We done knocked them down. These guys are still here. It reminds me when I played, we played against the 49ers. We were on most of the time, 10 games, 8 games, we're going to be more physical than them. But they could always match us talent-wise. And in most cases, they had better talent than our skill position guys. So if they could get through into that second half, we had a better game because now it ain't all about being physical. If you ain't wore them down, now they talent start rising. Mm-hmm. Our talent, our talent just got better and better and better. And now you can't beat talent, bro. Not if talent willing to hang in there. You can't beat it. It's going to rise to the top.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, this ain't your mama's defense no more. When we come back.
This ain't your mama's D.
Oh my God. Hanging with the boys.
He's trying to get there.
Big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, yo quiero guacamole.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way. Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
I gotta ask Kurt what his kids.
Go.
Do they like rock?
What are you guys doing?
I'm listening to Nate.
We're live. Let's go.
Head to AT&T Stadium on Saturday, October the 9th. That is this Saturday to experience Rally Day presented by SeatGeek. Take a tour of the stadium, play games, get autographs from the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, and more. Visit attstadium.com/Rally Days for tickets and more info. All right.
Can you dig it?
Man, all we asked for was just a middle-of-the-road defense. I'm going to ask permission because being a Cowboy fan all these years, it's really hard to let yourself get excited about things because you always get let down.
Get excited.
Yeah, you got that problem. I don't have that problem.
You're right. I'm the opposite of you.
Yeah.
But as a fan, are we possibly witnessing something really special with these young guys on defense? You got Osa. You got Trayvon, which is playing out of his freaking mind.
Golston came up. I mean, from nowhere.
Yeah.
Randy Gregory
5 tackles and a half sack.
Looks like a machine. Michael Parsons. Like, is this a fluke, or is this like? Can we expect to see this the rest of the season? This is
the norm.
Yeah. This is going to be consistent.
Yeah. This is now the norm.
Yes.
It's that culture change, right?
If Jesse's saying it's going to be the norm, I'm buying in.
But for how many years have we sat here on these shows and we can only talk good about one big three, right? Dak, Zeke, Amari. It's been that way for years. Always been, like, listen, defense is a liability. Defense is a liability. Defense got a big three now, too. You got Trayvon, and then you got them on each level. You got Trayvon, you got Micah in the middle, and then you can pick, you want to make it Randy? You want to make it Osa? Like, they now have a big three, and they're playing with so much swag. Confidence is a real thing in life, but it's a real thing in football. When you start believing that you're good, and then the results start showing themselves on the field, whether it be the turnovers, the interceptions, the sacks, the record, whatever it may be, it's something that's so contagious. And Nate, you can speak more to this because you are a part of winning teams. When things started going good, dudes wasn't missing practice. No, because I want to be a part of this.
You heal quicker.
Because they spend time in the training room.
When you got a little something wrong with your hammy, just a little something, you don't seem to lead the game as quick.
You want to be a part of this. You want your name in the article too. And the only way you do that is if I get on the football field. So I'm doing whatever I got to do. I'm in. I'm good. Jokers is waving guys out. Now you go back to the sideline. I got this. And that's a good thing. This defense is, I'm not saying they're like the world beaters, but you have a confident, aggressive, fast defense, and you have players.
You got depth too.
You got players, man.
And some of you guys,
ain't even here.
Aren't even back yet. Yeah. Can you imagine?
Let me say this here. Let's see. Just food for thought. You get new leaders.
Yes.
You're getting new leaders. You know, that is building up statistics, doing things that you can put your hands on, tangible. So when the guys come back with thought. You know, don't come back with a thought. See your team. Like I like what Witten did, you know, and I like what Tony Romo did when you saw where Dak was, and you saw what he did as a rookie, and you saw over a period of time, it's something to this guy. Instead of coming back thinking you the man, come back and show people you the man. Don't come back bumping your gums. Just come back and show people you the man. That means play like these guys are playing.
See, all that, you know, I ain't taking shots at nobody. With all that hot boy talk.
Don't do that. Don't see that. I try. Stay undercover, Jesse. See, did I not? Y'all know who I was talking about, right? Stay undercover. Don't do that. Let me just talk, okay? What's our next question? Be quiet.
Let him finish. No, he started. Let him finish.
Okay, hot boys. No, come on, Jesse. Where you going?
All that bumping your gums, all that hot boy talk, all that chain wearing, all that T-shirt selling, that don't do nothing on the football field. Yeah. Ain't nobody afraid of that. Ain't nobody worried about that. And I ain't talking about one person. I'm talking about the group as a whole. So you can sit here and talk all you want and wear the fancy stuff and have monikers and all that and go out there and get your tail kicked week in and week out. Means nothing. But see, now, ain't talking about that now. Now you're just going to play. Now you just going to work, and that's real. That talking about tangible, that's something you can hold on to. Don't sell me no damn T-shirt. I don't care nothing about no T-shirt. I don't care nothing about y'all group. I don't care nothing about that. Go out there and put the work in. That's where the respect comes from. That's where now you go out there and people look at you and say, yo, this dude legit.
Speaking of respect, can somebody put some respect on Anthony Brown's name?
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Told y'all not to throw that man away.
I don't think nobody on this show threw him away.
Some of the callers were.
You know,
just don't throw him the ball.
Yeah.
They can't catch the ball.
They can't catch the ball.
Feet for hands. Come on, Anthony.
Feet for hands.
I'm gonna tell you where Anthony. I'm gonna tell you where Anthony good at. If somebody else tip it, he'll get it.
He'd take the heat off.
But if it's him, gotta get it.
If he ran the route, he ain't gonna get it.
Yeah. No, but
I think, well,
go ahead.
You can make a case that in overall coverage, he had a better game than Diggs. Diggs had the two exciting.
I think Pro
picks.
Football Focus had him rated higher.
Yeah, but you know, Diggs made the big splash plays, but over the course, I mean, Diggs had his trouble with more at times.
Speaking of Diggs, there's a guy that knows a thing or two about defensive backs after the game. Des Bryant.
Yeah.
Heard he was talking, and he said, I ain't never seen nothing like it. He goes, I study the game. I still watch. He's like, I ain't seen nobody like this kid. He's like, That was what he said. Now, he was excited, and he was wanting his Diggs jersey and was telling Jerry to get in the pro shop. He needed every color, and but
I'll give you some statistics. I'm stealing your job, Kurt. I got a few things.
Uh-oh.
When you look
Jesse got some things.
When you look at what Trayvon Diggs has done in just 16 games.
Hang on real quick. Let's take a break because Jesse got some things. We need a whole segment for this. We'll be back with Jesse's things.
Put it on the table, baby.
In just a minute, I'll hang out with the boys.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with United Ag and Turf. When there's work to be done, a real workhorse can make all the difference. Like the Range Boss package. Our 5075E John Deere 75 horsepower tractor features a bell spear and loader and starts at $369 per month. And the price you see is the price you'll pay. No surprises. It works like a horse, so you don't have to.
Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com. Offer ends February 1st, 2021. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Now, let's get to work.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Shannon, we're live.
I know. I'm waiting on Nate to talk.
What else?
Okay. Check out the new Miller Lighthouse located outside of AT&T Stadium where Dallas Cowboys game day traditions are born. Enjoy yard games, Dallas Cowboys cheerleader performances, beer gardens, and more. Game ticket required.
You're asking
for more
for us
information.
To get in trouble.
Visit attstadium.com/Miller Lighthouse. Why? How's that?
We're flirting with disaster. Derek's gonna call us into the principal's office one of these days.
I tell you what, if he didn't call us after Friday's show,
he probably didn't listen. He
ain't calling because I had dead radio silence.
You might appreciate that.
Exactly. All right, Jesse's got things.
I got things.
Continue, Jess.
Just want to kind of give a wide view of how exciting and how big Trayvon Diggs is playing right now.
Okay.
Yesterday completed his 16th game. So basically, he's only played
a season?
He only played a season. Remember, he got hurt last year, had the foot injury.
That's right.
Missed a large portion of the season. In 16 games, Trayvon Diggs has not one, but two multi-interception games. In 16 games, not even has two of those. In 16 games, he has 8 career interceptions, 1 pick six.
That's amazing.
How does that match up? Gerald Sensabaugh, who played safety here for a long time, in 62 games, only had 8 interceptions. Mike Jenkins, in 71 games, 8 interceptions. Jeff Heath, in 106 games, 8 interceptions. Orlando Scandrick, in 125 games, 8 interceptions. Anthony Brown in 70 games, 7 interceptions. Brandon Carr in 83 games, 7 interceptions. Ken Hamlin in 44 games, 6 interceptions. J.J. Wilcox, 58 games, 5 interceptions. Xavier Woods, 60 games, 5 interceptions. Jordan Lewis in 64 games, 5 interceptions. Barry Church, our friend Barry Church, who I'm going to whoop whenever we get out there on that Olympics. 90 games, only have 5 interceptions. Mo Claiborne, who they digged at the next, he graded out higher than Deion Sanders in 47 games, 4 interceptions. Cheeto Awuzie in 49 games, 4 interceptions. And Byron Jones in 79 games, only 2 interceptions. You got something special with this kid.
Yeah.
In his matchups this year, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Devontae Smith, and DJ Moore this past Sunday. Mike Evans, who is a perennial 1,000-yard receiver. When he was matched up against Diggs as the number 1 receiver, 3 targets, 1 catch, 10 yards, and an interception. Keenan Allen, 6 targets, 3 catches, 94 yards, and an interception. Devontae Smith, 4 targets, 2 catches, 9 yards, interception, pick 6. And DJ Moore, 6 targets, 2 catches, 34 yards, 2 interceptions. And he had 2 interceptions that game. He had 1 on DJ Moore, and he had 1 against Robbie Anderson.
And you know what's amazing?
In 16 games.
You know what's amazing?
Wow.
he faced the horses last year. And that's what we all talked about when he had Julio and all that group week in and week out. And we was like, wow. He went against the big kid from Seattle.
DK Metcalf.
Yeah, and so and that was the big issue. That's what we talked about. Just trying, can he download that? Well, he did more than that, man. He done downloaded it, and now he's putting it. He's translating it to the field. The things that he said, those ones I almost made last year, those ones that I tipped, I'm gonna get this year. He ain't joking. He ain't playing that first one. I think the first interception, he just saw something, faded back, read the coverage, faded back, read the route combination, and fell right in on that first one. That second one,
he went and got it.
He went and got it. He looked like, oh no, I know what you're running. I'm sitting on this. But now, when is that first double move coming, Jesse?
but here's the thing. He's put himself in a position where the double move don't come to him.
Right.
They go to Anthony Brown because quarterbacks are now saying, do we want to mess with them? OCs are saying, do we want to mess with him?
Yeah.
And the thing that he's doing so well, and he said it, he said, I don't study the receiver. I study the routes, the route concepts. This is the part. This is the learning part of football, because he's saying, okay, I'm watching this team. When he takes a +2 split outside the numbers, here's the routes that he can run. So now I know +2 split, you can only run three certain type of routes. Now I take that information and go, here's what I saw on film. When they're +2 splits, this team is normally running this route. So now process of elimination has taken me from, okay, +2, 3 routes, this team, 1 route. Now what do? I play my technique, and when I see it, I go get it. Uh-huh. A lot of times when he's playing off coverage, you kind of, when you watch him on film, you'll see him play off coverage, and he's like playing, and he's looking through to the quarterback. His first 3 steps, his we call them the read steps, those 3 pedal steps.
Yes, sir.
He's looking through the receiver and at the quarterback, because if the quarterback goes 1, 2, 3, he gone. He's like, I'm taking off, and he's jumping a route.
Yeah.
So he's playing the receiver. He's playing the receiver through to the quarterback. Now when he's playing man-to-man, I'm up on you man-to-man. Again, okay, he got a reduced split. Here's what they can run out of this reduced split. Here are the routes they can run out of this reduced split that I've seen that you can just regularly run out of the route tree. And now I go back, I say, okay, these are the routes. They run 5 routes out of this one. I do my film study. This team on this down and distance likes to run corner routes, da-da-da-da-da-da. Now I've processed simulation. You got 2 routes that you can run.
Wow.
So I'm going to see one of them a 5-step drop, one of them a 3-step drop. So my first 3 pedal steps is 1, 2. What's the quarterback steps? If it's 1, 2, 3, then it's the out route. I'm going to get the out route. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, now it's going to be the corner route, or I'm going to quarter cover route. So these are the things that are going through a player's mind. And for a guy in his second year to be able to take that kind of concept and think about it, think through it, and now go out there in the field and execute it. Again, I love pedigree. He could pick up the phone anytime he wants. He goes, hey, bro, his brother, Trevon Diggs, Pro Bowler. Hey, listen, when you're running this route, he's a former wide receiver. You played under Nick Saban. All this information that this kid has, the pedigree that this kid comes from, it's now coming into play, and you're seeing him have a ton of success for himself and for this defense and the Cowboys.
That's amazing. I never considered that he's doing more than just scouting a receiver, but the whole route tree and the watching the quarter. That's a lot.
He's thinking.
Goodness, that's a lot to process.
But it's really not like once it becomes second nature to you, like you learn it. You learn how to read through the receiver to the quarterback and watch those steps. Because again, if it's 3-step drop, then everything in front of me, I'm gonna jump it.
Yeah.
And as far as the double moves, I think now he's established his stuff where they may try it, they may, and then guess what? He may get beat every now and again. That is the nature of the business, right? If you're going to be, if you're Steph Curry and you're a 3-point assassin, guess what? Eventually you're gonna have a bad game when you can't make a 3. That doesn't make you a bad 3-point shooter.
Well, no.
Every now and again, you have a bad game.
What I mean, I'm with you, because that's what I. He put that foot in the ground. They showed it yesterday. Stanback said same exact thing, and he showed it on screen how he looked through the receiver to the quarterback. My thing is this right here. what is his recovery speed? What is his recovery speed? And I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it because if he can come up out of that, once they double, he can come up out of that and bat that down, ain't nobody throwing that in the rest of the year.
But you know what he's banking on?
Yeah.
He's banking on, hey, guys, listen, if I do bite, when that quarterback does that shoulder fake, hey, Randy, help your boy out. Get home.
Yeah.
Get home.
Hey, Osa, help your boy out. Collapse that pocket. Hey, Golston. Hey, Micah, when you blitz, hey, listen, when he go to pump, he shouldn't be able to pump, reset, and let one go on me. I need y'all to get home. Yeah, I bit. Cool. I got y'all back. Have my back. That's the goal. The goal is if they set up a double move on me, I'm hoping my boys get home and now the throw is off. It's inaccurate or whatever it may be, and we live to see another day. And I play from there. But if he gets beat by a double move, it'll probably happen at some point in time in the season. It's the cost of doing business at that position, and especially when you're being that aggressive.
See, because I'm not saying it from a negative point. I'm saying it from a positive point. Because if he, right now they're still willing to throw at him, and they're gonna try him, and I know he's saying in his mind they're gonna try me, and if he bat it down, all of a sudden y'all are like, oh man, he been at 5 interceptions for 8 games because they couldn't get him on that double move. That is why.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it from a positive, not from a negative, and I'm telling you, I just looked at Parsons, man. This dude took the wrong hole. And still made the tackle. The guy got the first, but he still made the tackle.
And maybe we'll get more into Kellen Moore because we owe Kellen Moore some flowers.
Yeah.
We owe Kellen Moore some flowers.
No, Kellen Moore owed me some flowers. Just keep doing what you're doing. Kellen Moore owed me some flowers.
Kellen Moore has been put some respect on my name.
Mm-hmm.
We owe Dan Quinn some flowers. And I really enjoyed the chess match between Dan Quinn and Joe Brady in that game. You know why the reason why Micah Parsons played a lot of linebacker yesterday? Because Joe Brady spanked us early in the game. They said, okay, we're down Christian McCaffrey. No problem.
They were running hard to begin.
We're going to line up DJ Moore in the backfield. And every time you put Micah Parsons at defensive end, I'm going to set up this route tree with my running back because Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Smith can't cover them. And I'll line up DJ Moore back here, so on and so forth. And we're gonna spank y'all butt with that. And then Dan Quinn said, okay, Micah, go back and play linebacker again because what they're not going to do is beat us with that. That's what they were doing. They were lining them up, and then once everybody broke out, that's when you saw Sam. I called him Sam Lamar Jackson in the first half. Sam Darnold was running the ball like he was Lamar Jackson because those spaces were vacated because linebackers were chasing running backs and receivers out of the backfield in man-to-man coverage, and they couldn't keep up. So they voted that space and they went and got it. It was a great chess match because then Dan Quinn said, all right, my 4-3 linebacker, you'll go back and play linebacker, and we'll figure out ways to bring pressure up front with other guys.
Let me remind y'all of this. 2020, CeeDee Lamb, Trayvon Diggs, Neville Gallimore, Reggie Robinson, Tyler Biotish, Bradley Anai, DiNucci. Might wind up being a pretty solid draft class.
I think DiNucci's going to be the best out of that class. Though. I think he's coming on late, and he's going to end up Wally Pippen Dak.
Before we get out of here,
was DiNucci?
Was it just at field level, or was Randy Gregory playing with some violence yesterday?
He saw a duck.
Yeah.
He saw
an
a
opportunity
duck.
there.
He saw a duck, and I'm telling you, 2 sacks. They called a face mask on this duck.
It wasn't even a face mask. The man ripped his helmet off from the back.
I'm telling you, Gregory went to work, man, and it started last week. He got 2 holding calls on that guy. So I knew that this guy here, come on, Cameron Irvin, come on, man.
Charles Barkley used to say when he's playing certain guys, like, hey, no, send a limo for him. Yeah. I want him at the arena. I want him at the arena early. I want him safe. I want him protected. I want do everything that we got to do to make sure Cam Irvin gets to this arena so I can go ham on him.
Because I'm like, close the stadium. I don't need him hot. I don't need him upside. Run a thing up in his arm.
Give him an
IV. I want him full so I can whoop him.
Keep him on the field.
I mean, he handled him, dog. He 94 handled him. He handled him, man. And I listened to the other show, the show that comes on right before us, and Bucky Brooks was saying the same thing. It starts with not the left tackle. If you can get past his left tackle, yeah. I mean, look at this, man. Let me tell you something. And another thing, why Parsons was able to go back to his linebacker position with the great matchup Jesse told us, or the matching of the minds. But another thing was, this number 59, Golston. He made Basham pick up his game a little bit yesterday because this dude was bringing it off that end.
Yeah, you think about it. He didn't play.
Yeah, that's
he hadn't
what I'm
put on
saying.
pads since like college.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm looking at guys, man. I'm looking. He on the tackle right here, man. Oh, come on, man.
You know what?
We got so much more to talk about in this game tomorrow. Like, we don't have enough time.
We got the fans tomorrow.
We'll talk about it with the fans. So y'all have some good questions.
Hey, can we get some guys, some new guys,
or ladies,
and gals? I don't care who it is.
We need some females to call in. We ain't had any female callers in a while. Call us. Doesn't matter who you are, male, female, doesn't matter. Call us tomorrow. 888.
Willie Mammoth. Willie Mammoth. We don't care if you're Willie Mammoth.
Willie
Skinny.
Mammoth. Is that a new band?
Yeah, that's what.
Willie Mammoth.
We take the big girl. We take the big girls. We take the big girls. Big girls need too.
Come on, girl. You Willie Mammoth.
Listen, we don't fat shame on hanging with the boys.
We want it all, boy. I'll grab a big woman in a minute. I'll grab a big woman in a minute. Yeah, squeeze.
There we go. All right, Kurt. Good seeing you. Jesse, good seeing you.
We want them all.
Nate, thanks for bringing it. Chris, thanks for keeping us on
Jesse,
ball crippin' and crazy. From 8 to 80. We want them all.
We're going to drag you, baby, right onto this show.
Aaron,
want you all.
thanks for being the backup.
Quit rubbing your eyes, man. You got something in your eyes, Willie Mammoth?
Good times in Cowboys country. We will see you tomorrow on Victory Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hang with the boys.
Yeah.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?